the business end of the group stages of the IPL 2023, and amazingly, there's still 3 playoff spots that are up for grabs and 7 teams that are in contention for said 3 spots. But we're not going to be talking about all 7 teams today, because today the Punjab Kings, who are one of those 7 teams who are still very much in contention, are going to be in action later today against the Delhi Capitals, and therefore we are going to be looking at what it is that the Punjab Kings now need to do to ensure that they can make it to the playoffs for the first time since 2014. It's amazing to think about it, but 2014 was only the second time that they made it to the playoffs, the one time they made it to the final, and since then they've not made it to the last 4 or the knockout stages of the IPL at all. So it's a key time, and this time Punjab luckily have their fate in their own hands. Now, Punjab's qualification scenario, when you look at it, is pretty simple. They have 2 matches up against the Delhi Capitals and the Rajasthan Royals, and all they have to do is win both of those matches. That being said, their net run rate, which currently sits at minus 0.268, is a little bit of a concern, because again, even if they get to 16 points, there's 2 other teams in Mumbai Indians and Royal Challengers Bangalore who can get to 16 points, which means that they could miss out on net run rate, because you ideally want a positive net run rate rather than one that's trending in the negative direction. So what they need to ensure is that if they have to win against both DC and RR, either one or both of those wins need to be massive ones, because again, we've seen that a big win can go a long way in correcting that net run rate. We saw it when the Royal Challengers Bangalore beat Rajasthan Royals. It boosted RCB's net run rate significantly because it was such a massive win. The margin of it was so big, and Punjab Kings ideally need 1 or 2 of those kind of wins. But what if, say, they lose both matches? If they lose both matches, then at 12 points they're out, because as things stand, you need a bare minimum of 14 to actually qualify. But if they get to 14, can they actually qualify? Because again, with 14, there's a lot of permutations and combinations. The simple answer is yes, they can in fact qualify with 14 points, because as we've said, 16 is an ideal figure that you want to be reaching, especially considering that multiple teams can reach that mark. But even with 14 points, they can in fact qualify. However, they will need a few favors along the way. That is the key part. They can qualify with 14, but they will need a few favors, because RCB, who can make it to 16 points, they'll need them to lose. They'll need Rajasthan Royals and KKR, both of whom can still make it to 14 points, to lose. They'll also potentially need MI to lose their last match, because MI right now are on 14 points. So again, it really does come down to, do you want to keep your fate in your own hands, or do you want to be reliant on others? Rajasthan and Kolkata already are. If Punjab were to lose one of their matches, then they too would be reliant. So it would just be easier if they get 16 points and end up sealing qualification. That would in fact be the better thing for them if you're looking at what is an easier way to qualify, because again, right now they can get to 16 points because they have 2 matches and they're currently on 12. But if they are in fact to qualify in an easier way, then it just makes sense that they end up winning both their games. Their fate is in their own hands, and that they can end that pain which has been going through. They've become really the IPL's nearly men. For years, they've been finishing either 5th or 6th, in some cases 8th. But the common consensus is that Punjab will get very close, then like Icarus, they'll end up flying too close to the sun and get burnt. If you're Punjab, you want to be able to take full flight, and this team has been looked promising, even though they have been showing some very familiar signs of stuttering and stammering towards the finishing line. But the good thing is right now, as I said, their fate's still very much in their own hands. Win 2 games, potentially by a comprehensive margin, and they're in. And considering the fact that they're up against a DC already out of reckoning, and an RR who are boasting a, let's say, pretty mixed record in recent times and are coming off a massive loss against RCB, the Punjab Kings would back their chances. But this is the IPL, funnier things can happen, so it's not really a guarantee just yet. Do you think the Punjab Kings can qualify for the playoffs? You can let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, leave us a comment, follow us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook, and don't forget to download the AajTak app as well. Plus, if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos that we've done. For now, from my side, goodbye.